It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Takes this about 5 yards deep. He'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
His first carry of the game. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Second down and 8. On the ground, it's Geis. Space to maneuver at the 40. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, LA! Darius Geis, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Chargers 7, Panthers nothing.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That's complete to McCaffrey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
At the 41-yard line.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Second and 10. And again, it's Bridgewater. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Bridgewater again. And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Deep for the Chargers, Desmond King. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9.
Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. It's Geis on the counter. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll end up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
The 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Strong coverage by Carolina. And we go to 4th down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Oh, left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
First catch there by DJ Moore, who's really starting to come into his own. And he's one of that pack of receivers in the NFL now that looks like running backs and plays like that as well when they catch the football. Last year, nearly 1,200 yards receiving, 78 yards per game, and that ranked in the top 10 in the league. Expect those numbers to continue to grow.
A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
To the air again with Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. From the gun, Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete.
Bridgewater's pass intended for Robbie Anderson. Incomplete. Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Herbert. It's intercepted. It's TJ Carey who picked it. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And this is incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a game.
Catch there by Robbie Anderson, and we all know he's got the speed to get behind any defense. What I think is underrated about his game is his toughness and his belief in self. Robbie Anderson was an undrafted free agent who's turned into a big-time player in the NFL, and now landing in Carolina reunites him with his college coach, Matt Rule, when they were together at Temple.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Joey Sly on now for the Panthers. This from 36 yards out.
36-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Number 47.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's Geis. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the draw, they go to Geis. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. He's brought down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second and 2. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slam. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
49-yard line.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Herbert off the play action. Going deep here for Allen. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Jeremy Chin.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Now for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Panthers 10, Chargers 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11. At the 25-yard line.
Second and 11. Now a run with Geis, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down at the 20.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. The gun, Herbert. Open man is Gordon, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
46-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. He's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Gain of 7.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Herbert now. Henry brings it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10.
When Hunter Henry entered the league, people were really looking for him to establish himself as one of the best tight ends in the NFL. Ability to run and catch and make plays in open space. But the biggest obstacle he's had is just staying on the field. Ended up missing all of 2018 due to injury. When he's right, he is one of the better tight ends and better targets in the AFC West.
And this one complete to Reed. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To the air again, Herbert. Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 22. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
2nd and 1 at the 32-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Operating from the gun. Herbert, he's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. His pass is intercepted for the 3rd time today. Picked up by Eli Apple. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Taken in the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Bridgewater. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
1st and 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Bridgewater. And Thomas has it. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
McCaffrey on the carry.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
4 yards on the pickup. Second
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
35-yard line.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Second down, Bridgewater. And Anderson's got it. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Charger drive about to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review some.
The ball is out. Gase lost it. And the Panthers have recovered. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Well, with him trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold on a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. it isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And boy, he did it there.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles around the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Geis. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 38. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Geis.
All you got to do is pick it up.
That's picked up by the Panthers. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. To throw is Bridgewater. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it's going to be 2nd down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Bridgewater now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over.
10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Herbert. This is caught by Williams. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 5.
When I watched Mike Williams play receiver at Clemson, one of the things I was drawn to is toughness. This is a guy who took some big-time hits out in the field as the #1 receiver and kept finding ways to make plays. And finally it's paid off for him because in 2019 had his first 1,000-yard season in the NFL and averaged over 20 yards per catch.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Open man, it's out. Now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Panthers have recovered. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
An extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Joe Reed, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the 1st quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. Going deep here for Allen. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Trey Boston. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On 1st down, it's Herbert. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. 8-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Second and 8. Herbert throwing again. This will be caught just inside the 10. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Herbert back to the air. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. This is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Panthers will get the football back. Certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Joey Bosa in on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one good for 26 and a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. McCaffrey following the penalty. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Panthers.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
16-yard line.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they got something for us, or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves?
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 47 yards. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Done by Trey Boston. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. because otherwise you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Throwing here, Bridgewater. It's caught by Davis. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And again, it's Bridgewater. Pass the 20. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Carolina, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.